Hello everyone. In this lesson we'll be looking at the three commonly used average functions. Now if you've seen the sum functions video, you should be able to relate that to this particular video because average function variants work in a similar manner to that of the sum function variants, with the only difference being that where the sum function calculates the sum, adds the values together, the average function calculates the average, which is obvious from its name. So let's quickly go through the process of using the three different variants written in front of you. We have the same data model that we use for the sum variants. The summary requirement over here is to calculate the average rainfall per month for two different areas for two different months. So we'll do the calculation for one area for 1 month. We'll start off the formula with the equal to sign, equal to average, bracket open, and it's the same format that we had with the sum function. Number 1, comma number 2, comma number 3, and onwards. We can specify multiple cell references, values, or ranges, just like with the sum function. So since the requirement is to calculate the average rainfall for Murray for the month of March, so I'm going to scroll down to the rainfall column for Murray, highlight the range from C23 to C53, and close the brackets, press enter, and here we have the average rainfall for the month of March for Murray. Now you should try out the same process for the month of April and for the other area, Kavan, as well. The next activity requires calculation of the average hours of sunshine per month on days with heavy rainfall. This means that I would be adding up the values or calculating the average of the values of the sunshine column, but only those values would be included in the average calculation where the rainfall is more than 7.5 mm. So just like with SUMIF, we would be using the average function in a similar manner. So I'll start off the function with the equal to sign and then Averageif, bracket open, and again we have the same format. We specify the range, the criteria range first, and then the criteria, and then the average range, the values which would be included for calculating the average. So we first of all select the column rainfall from C23 to C53, then put a comma to specify the next parameter, which is the criteria, and here we would write in double quotes greater than 7.5 because we need to only look for values which are more than 7.5 to identify heavy rainfall. And then again a comma, and now we need to specify the range for sunshine, the values that need to be added for calculating the average wherever the rainfall is more than 7.5. So I'm going to select the same number of rows, actually the same range of rows, but for column B, and then close the bracket and press enter, and here we have the average calculated, the average of sunshine per month for the month of March for Murray, where the rainfall was more than 7.5. The next one requires two different criteria to be evaluated for including the values of sunshine in the average calculation for the month. So here, just like we did with the sum function, we use SUMIFs. Here we would use Averageifs. Averageifs, and again the same format. We first specify the range which would be used for calculating the average, which is basically sunshine, starting from B23 to B53, and then comma, and then after that I can select multiple ranges and specify their criterias. Here, since I need to specify only two criteria which apply on rainfall and wind speed separately, so I will select those one by one. Now I'm choosing rainfall first. So I'm going to highlight the range like this, and then comma, and specify the criteria, which in this case is greater than 7.5, and this is going to be in double quotes, and then comma, and then the next range, which is wind speed. So heavy winds is basically when it's more than 20. So after selecting the range, the criteria that I'm going to type is within double quotes greater than 20, and then brackets close, and there you have it. So the average that we have in this particular case is different, because here in this case it is only including the values for sunshine where the value for rainfall is greater than 7.5 and the value for wind speed is greater than 20. So that covers the variance for the average.